Gentlemen, I can see it's going to be a tight series. I think we can almost guarantee that. We've just got to decide which way this is going to go, and what are your thoughts on that?
I would like to see the bracket again, because I'm pretty sure actually XL have dropped more games, maybe, than Endpoint
Yes, they have.
I think they've dropped the same amount of games, because XL would have dropped 2 in the semi and 2 in the winners bracket final, which is 4. Endpoint obviously got 3-0'd, which is 3, and then dropped a game to French Connection, which is 4 as well.
Right, so not a lot between these two teams.
Both these two teams have dropped the same amount of games getting to this grand final. The problem is for Endpoint is they have to win 2 best-of-7s, which is not good.
However, these guys are playing very well, as we saw from their last series. Swept aside French Connection, who gave Excel, in my opinion, more of a game than they did against Endpoint. So it's going to be interesting to see how those two go against each other now, considering that French Connection seemed to, really put Excel on the back foot, whereas for Endpoint, it seemed like a much easier ride.
Yes.
Thanks, Harry, for your top-tier analysis. That is why we have him here.
Mate.
He's just a yes man. But let's have a look at the series layout and see exactly what game types we're going to be playing in this grand final. As I said previously, a best-of-7 now between Excel and Endpoint. Truth capture the flag to be game number 1. Regret Slayer, the Rig Strongholds, Coliseum capture the flag, Plaza Slayer, Empire Strongholds, and at the end there, hanging on for dear life, Eden Slayer. And of course, as we previously mentioned, if Endpoint managed to take this series, we will see a second best-of-7. Lethal, looking at those game types, what are your first thoughts?
Those last 3 game types are a bit of a doozy, because a lot of them are coin flips here and there, especially with Eden Slayer. So I think both teams, what they look out for is they don't want to actually push it to that game 7. I think Endpoint, especially because of the fact that they know that this first series is absolutely crucial. They need to make a statement, and if they do get through, then they need to go through into that second series hard.
Here we go then. Game number 1 of the grand finals here for a spot at DreamHack Denver. The last EU squad to be added to that list to join Infuse, Supremacy, and of course Vexed on their way out there. We're going to start this one off with the man himself, Team Captain Ramirez from Excel.
Yeah, he's immediately going to try and grab some high control, is Ramirez right here. And I like the idea. He saw Buck 20 just straight lining for that camouflage. And in fact, I think he's actually gotten away with it. That's very strange. Usually when you see a player overcommit almost for that camouflage, they're going to get melted straight away. So good early signs right here for Endpoint. I mean, they are definitely the hotter team. They've been playing through that elimination bracket, while XL, they've been waiting for a little while. So they're going to know, the more high-intensity games based on frequency, more frequently than not, they've been playing those high-intensity elimination bracket games. 3 dead momentarily right there for XL, and unfortunately couldn't be in a position to grab that flag fast enough, so I like the idea of taking it through basement where you have a bit more cover. If I'm Buck 20, I'm abandoning this flag as 2 of his teammates have just gone down. Yeah,
he's going to throw that one forward, and now it's all about just preventing that counter cap. Doing a great job of staying alive, though, buying time for his team to try and make something happen. Snakey's going to take down Sin on the street there, and it could be a return actually coming in. We can see the flag already being moved across the map here, but oh, that's a huge win. Ramirez does have the flag back at his base, but there's already a player here trying to hunt him down. Not sure if that flag was returned. No, the flag has been pulled once again, so we have a flag standoff here. But no, Flox picks up a big kill here. He's going to get the return for Excel here. Snipe Drone picks up a kill as well. Ramirez is going to be able to run this one home, though, so it's actually going to be Excel who strike first blood with a counter cap here on Endpoint.
Yeah, strange kind of series of situations right there. Ramirez had the flag back in his own base. Morgan was hunting him down across the map. We saw Snakey trade with a player that allowed Endpoint to keep the flag alive, but Ramirez so far this game is such a difficult player to deal with, because Endpoint, they're not keeping tabs on him at all. He's allowed to pick up kills and then immediately go on the aggression, and that's something that Ramirez, on a game type like Truth Capture the Flag, that's something he excels at. So excuse the pun, Ramirez is, thank you very much. He's one of those players you definitely need to keep an eye on. Camouflage coming up soon as well, so yep, it's Buck 20 actually twice in a row now to grab that camouflage. He's going to be a key player in the game right now, but he's taken down by Sniper.
Morgan's been playing exceptionally well so far. Even with that first cap, even though they did get in, Morgan got a nice easy double, managed to throw it out and get into the courtyard, and then throw back out again. And then Morgan did the exact same thing, but he's getting the numbers, but his teammates just aren't seen to be getting the slays. It seems like right now we could potentially see a 2-0 if Endpoint don't actually take this up, but they kill him anyway. And this could potentially be a second cap if no one jumps in. As I'm saying that, they do and throw it out to courtyard.
Yeah, Morgan managed to get a pull there, but the slays are heavily in the favour of Excel once again. Sin is trying his best to just be a nuisance and stay alive, but this should be a fairly easy return coming in. Two players do jump on it, and that's going to be Snaky who puts the flag in here, so a 2-0 lead. Not only that, that camouflage is going to be popping very soon as well. So all of the guys, sorry, for the next minute, apologies, I read the game clock wrong there, my mistake, but
numbers, man.
Excel looking good at the moment.
Numbers Smiths.
Walker trying to get in the base. Taking some shots from Snaky though. Snaky playing some defensive, putting in some defensive work at the moment. Snipe Drone as well, picking up kills. 8 minutes 40 left in this game. Flux putting the pressure on, and at the moment it just seems like Excel are doing a great job of converting their opportunities they're creating. Haven't had too much map control so far, but every single pull they've had, they've managed to convert.
Yeah, and that's worrying if you're Endpoint, because, like we said before, a player like Ramirez, if you don't take him down early, he's going to be one of those players who is pulling that flag as soon as they push that advantage. And now Snaky is in a position to do what Ramirez would have done. Again, he's already weak, so he's going to take this through a route which has more cover. Wouldn't be surprised to see him actually go up to pink 2 right there, but instead he's going to get shield back right here and just, again, just be a little bit more patient. The Slays come in around it, fair enough, he will go down, but again, more Slays. Last man alive is Sin, and he is already gone, and that's the third and final flag.
There we go then. Excel take game number 1, 3-0, and that's a pretty surprising scoreline for me. As you say, Excel didn't seem to have the hottest performance as far as map control, etc. was confirmed, but they were so ruthlessly efficient with that objective. Looking at the stats here, Snipe Drone, a big game from him. Double positive, 12, 6, and 6. On the other side of things, Buck20 not having a big game there, 4 and 9 from him, but as you say, not a huge amount of slays in that game, only a short game, 3-0. Excel coming out hot.
Yeah, damage all round, pretty even, honestly. Buck20 not breaking 1,000, but yeah, the Slays actually were a larger disparity than I thought they would be. I mean, a positive 6 in favor of XL. It felt like at times in that game, XL were getting outslayed. I guess because they were fashioning more runs, naturally they were getting more slays around that, because Endpoint players had to overextend, and it would have been easier to catch those players off guard and slay them as a result. But yeah, it felt like XL actually were getting outslayed definitely for the first half of that game. So very surprising to see actually Snipe Drone, you know, pushing his team's kill rating, if you will, over the line, because he was the difference maker in that game. A positive 6 spread he had, and that was actually the total spread difference between the two teams as well.
XL just seemed so comfortable, so fluid. It was like they were in their own home pretty much, how they're treating True CTF. And it's just ridiculous how there were so many situations where Morgan actually managed to get a few of the kills, throw the flag up, but his teammates didn't seem to capitalise on a lot of the situations. And, you know, it was a lot faster than it should have been. But I felt like, yeah, you know, with the damage dealt and stuff, 20, you know, even though it's about 500 bullets below, considering how long that game took, it should have been a lot more than it should have done. So he probably still have stepped up in terms of his damage dealt, because it's like I said before, damage dealt does show how good your movement is in the game. But the problem is the fact that that first game type, that's a big statement. So Endpoint have now got to try and figure out a way on how to stop this from being a 2-0, 3-0 situation before it gets out of hand.
Don't forget as well, Buck20, despite him not having as much damage as the rest of his team, he had 2 of the 3 camouflages in that game as well. So naturally, you're going to play a little bit more flank orientated and maybe put not as much damage down as you would, because you're going to have a bit more trigger discipline trying to maintain that kind of cloaking effect of that camouflage.
Well, next game, gentlemen, we are going to be moving on to, I believe, Regret Slayer. So a nice, fast-paced game type. As you can see here, the series layout. This is going to be an interesting one for me, because Excel are one of those teams who I feel, when there's power weapons on the map, they tend to play very well, which is why I was expecting a closer game on this Truth CTF, between the two teams, because Endpoint are very good on those arena maps. It's like Truth, like Regret. But having just seen that first game and how it's gone, now I have to favour Excel and how they're playing. I thought these first 2 game types before the series got underway, I genuinely thought they favoured Endpoint a little bit.
Yeah, and it's not a good game type to follow Truth capture the flag as well if you've just lost it, because it's a very similar map, you know? I mean, the overshield's the focal point of this one. Obviously, you want to be fighting over that every 2 minutes, but outside of that, quite a similar map to Truth in a lot of ways. So yeah, kind of a nightmare map in my opinion for Endpoint, and I'm with you on this one actually. I think XL had the upper hand definitely in the series so far, but on this game type as well, it's a do-or-die game type, in my opinion, for Endpoint, if they want to maintain their hopes of potentially making it to Denver.
And Harry, who do you think the player that's got to step up right now for Endpoint is? I know you mentioned Zer before the series. Do you still feel like that, or do you think that it's someone else that needs to step up right now?
Zer is actually playing fine in the whole season, every series in this tournament so far. It's the fact that it's how his morale gets his team pumped up as you get momentum there. But it looks like 20 needs to make sure he steps up a little bit in his damage dealt and his KD so far. I'm not much of a stat man normally, but yeah, this is circumstance. He needs to make sure he steps up his individual skill going into this next game.
Well, the man has won more tournaments than I've had hot dinners. Of course, Buck20 is the man that I want to start this one off with. Has to have a big game here for his squad. He's going to have a good start here with a flank here on Flux. Another player going to be bottom mid. Oh, what a start here for Buck20. Almost a triple kill. 3 dead off the bat here for Endpoint. Great start from them. Ramirez manages to take down one, but a 3-1 start. That's going to at least make sure that overshield isn't in play. They're going to have total map control, and they're going to have a lovely little kill lead.
Yeah, good result from both sides, really. I mean, fair enough, if you're snaky right there, you do go down, but you also burn that overshield. If you go 4 down off the start and give the enemy team overshield, it could be all she wrote before the game's even over. So very important that Snaky got that burn off, but also Buck20, like you said, good call to start off with him. He needs to have a big game right here in game number 2 of this grand finals if his team want a chance of making it to Denver. Don't forget, they need to win another best of 7 after this one, and they're already 1-0 down in the first.
No, it's fantastic play by 20. I even said before that he needs to not step up, but just increase his stats in terms of like how he pushes around the map. And it looks like straight off the bat, with that triple nearly, he really put his team in a fantastic position. But right now, when they push him for these next kills, when they're going to the base to actually kill anyone, they need to make sure not to leave too mid. Make sure they keep holding carbide. Make sure they don't counter push 2 or 3 people to get around it from the opposite team. And it looks like right now they've done that wing. They've actually made it so they pushed too far out, and it seems like now XL have got carbine control back and potentially the whole map if they don't get in place properly.
Yep, shots coming in here for Flux. There's going to be 2 players there, but Morgan with a hot challenge with that battle rifle, going to take down Flux. Looks like Snipe Drone's trying to sneak in to clean these kills up, but no, Morgan takes down Snipe Drone as well with that beatdown. So Morgan making plays like he has been for the entirety of his career here on Endpoint. He just seems to be this X factor. Now putting some shots down across map on Snaky. He's going to take him down to no shields. Flux going to be trying to take him down, but even then, just making it so difficult for Flux to finish that kill, delaying his death for as long as possible. But now we see Flux pushing aggressively across Carbine, trying to clean up a few of these players.
Yeah, and kills around this kind of time zone are absolutely key because that overshield's coming up. Don't forget it was Snaky who got the burn on the first one, which means they're going to know the timing. And look at these kills. 3 in favor of XL. The last player will be Sin, and he's nowhere near that overshield. Ramirez is going to punch that one into his chest, and we're all tied up. And now you'd have to say advantage in favor of XL. They have a rifle in play in Snipe Drone. They have overshield with Ramirez. Caster in the hands of Snaky, although Ramirez can't do that day 1 jump right there. I mean, I will let him off because he now actually has a perfect flank from the player trying to push out Carbon. So pretty serendipitous right there. He missed that jump, but actually made a better play because of it.
Yeah, he gets the double and he's looking for another player here. Morgan's going to fly out bottom mid, trying to get out of spawn, but he's going to be taken down immediately. Ramirez, a killing spree for him, exactly when his team need it as well. Snaky picks up another kill. 20 manages to answer back with one of his own. A 4-kill difference. Still a slither of overshield left on Ramirez as well. It's finally going to be taken down, but it's causing all sorts of problems here for Endpoint under the blue base. But look at this, great communication coming in from Endpoint again. They call out Ramirez. They make sure to get him out of that base. Now they can make a push on top of it.
Yeah, that was one of those plays where Ramirez is trying to just stay alive under that base and hope that Endpoint kind of forget about him. But like you said, Endpoint very, very wary that he would try and make one of those plays, and very important they did so as well, because it's so hard to push out of a base when there is a player behind you shooting you in the bum. So very important that they take Ramirez down right there, and now Snipe Drone with 2 in a row is going to help instate a 5, make it a 4-point lead now for XL. They're playing very well so far, and don't forget, with the overshield coming up in around 30 seconds time, they had the previous 2, so Endpoint, it's going to be the guys in blue will hop over to their POVs to make a play on this next overshield if they don't want to let this game get away from them.
Absolutely. Endpoint were actually up by 5 a skill deficit, but now they're down by 2, but they were down by 8, so they are coming back. They need to hold this setup though, make sure they keep them back at blue, keep an eye on the split spawns, make sure they don't spawn in red, which is a good play by Morgan as he's noticed, but there's no info there, and he now knows that he needs to make sure to keep him at blue and get ready for the next overshield in 10 seconds, which they're currently doing, but XL XL need to currently make a push, not just sit there and wait for the crossfire, which is what they're doing now.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing from Morgan. He's trying to finish this kill off on Flux, and does. That's going to be 3 dead here for XL. Last player is going to be bottom mid. Not sure if he actually managed to get the burn. No, he didn't. So it's going to be Sin who picks up this fresh overshield. He's aggressively pushing in these players who are trapped in the red base, and I love what I am seeing here. They're collapsing on this red base. Knows there's another player underneath him. It's going to be Flux who manages to get a trade, actually. Snipe Drone going to be taken down here by Sin. While all this is going down, though, somehow the guys from XL managed to pick up a few kills. So although they have managed to eke out a lead, and Sin still has a fraction of this overshield left. Gonna hit a perfect shot here. Takes down 2 of Ramirez, and right now, Sin's starting to heat up a little bit. Another player gonna be underneath him on that carbine. Gonna be flanking into red again. And right now, all he knows is he's put 2 or 3 players back into respawn, blocking these spawns at red. They have to now be spawning at the blue base. Hits nice shots again, but Ramirez is gonna get a double here. Finally, that run's gonna be stopped from Septic. 29-32, Endpoint now managed to eke out a lead of their own.
Yeah, it seems to be the battle of the Northmen at the moment so far in this game. Ramirez versus Sin, aka Septic. They are having standout performances. I actually want to hop over to Snipe Drone, because we haven't really... he's dead. Okay, Snaky. We haven't really seen too much of Snaky so far this series either, and his team right now down by 5. They do have top control, but that misplay on that previous overshield, I should say, was definitely the difference maker so far in this game. That's the reason Endpoint have a 4-point lead. They killed all 4. They slayed all 4 of the XL squad, grabbed that overshield, and then pushed the advantage as well. At the moment, though, it does look like no overshield in play. XL seem the stronger team as they're clawing away at this kind of point lead that Endpoint got because of that overshield. So you have to say, if XL could grab themselves this next overshield, like Endpoint just did, they will be able to instate a lead of their own.
Oh, it's a big kill, though. Snaky was trying to set up early on down in that pit for the overshield, which is going to be popping pretty soon. We see Buck20 trying to make moves on it as well. Buck20 Bishop putting shots on Flux, but the grenade comes in, and I like what I'm seeing here. He has actually been called out, but he's attempting to flank through that carbine, cause a distraction to those players who are going to be dropping low, but it's Ramirez who manages to get 2 beatdowns, a double kill with that overshield, tied up at 40-40 now. Buck20 managed to get 1 kill here on Snaky. Snipe Drone playing this one slowly. Realised a couple of his teammates have gone down, so just playing this one nice and patiently, waiting for some players to come on the respawn before he makes a move across.
Swap over the Snakies. I thought he would help Snipe Drone out right here, but none of the Endpoint players actually pushed into that base. Clearly had a sense that Snipe Drone would be lurking around that kind of area. We're actually all tied up 41-41 right here, so very key pushes coming in from both sides right now. You don't want to be the player that gives up that free death for the enemy team, gives them numbers advantage, and looks like Buck20 did just go down. A good trade though from Sin, and Snipe Drone again goes down as well. So now advantage Endpoint as they have a point lead and those numbers, but wow, now it looks like it's XL with the lead. This is absolutely crazy so far this game.
Yeah, it's literally toss and turn right now. Like, XL made a fantastic play waiting for them. They knew Endpoint had full map control. They thought this needed to get 1 kill, bait and switch a little bit, enough to actually get Carbine back and get top mid. But even though Endpoint did get those 2 kills, XL has still managed to capitalise and finish off the other 2, which is brilliant so far. But Endpoint needs to be careful now. If they're going to lose this setup, XL will take the rest of its lead.
Yeah, 2 kill lead here for XL. Snaky going to be taken down by Buck20 as well. It's now just a 1 kill game. Make that a 2 kill game again as Snipe Drone takes down Morga with that beatdown. Looks like those 2 XL players are grouped up together on the Carbine side of the map. Buck20's going to be pushing on them. It's going to be Flux who's taken down with a beautiful headshot there from Buck20. We move towards that 4-minute mark, gentlemen. This overshield could win or lose the game. Buck20 picks up another kill here. We talked about how this man has to step up. He's going to be moving into the pit. Sin picks up a kill. Buck20's going to be taken down. 1 more kill here for XL. 2 more for Endpoint. That's Caster is available. Big battle going down P1 here. Morga desperately trying to stay alive. He knows that overshield's coming up. He knows someone is going to try and go for it, but it's Ramirez, team captain, who closes out the game for XL. They take a 2-0 lead as they win that one 50-48.
You know, it doesn't count as an overshield grab if you grab it after the game's over. But, I mean, I like the enthusiasm. 16-9.
Woo! Ramirez!
Said it was Sin and Ramirez having the big games, and the stats prove that. Also, a lovely +7 from him in Slayer. Very important that he pulled that stat line out of the bag, because honestly, Endpoint looked like they could have won that game at parts. 17 points, excuse me, 17 assist points, I should say, from Sin. 12 kills to supplement that as well. But yeah, not the best of games from Xur and Snaky. -6 each from those 2. And it was just the tale of the overshields that game. I mean, so many kill lead swings we saw based on that overshield. And the funny thing is, almost ironic really, is that at the end of the game, everyone dropped down for the overshield. The overshield was not even a factor at the end because the game had already finished. So yeah, an interesting game there in game number 2, but it was one I feel like Endpoint could have won, and really they should have won if they really want to realize their dreams of making it out to DreamHack Denver.
I'm really happy with 20 as well, because I did say before this match, but he's been doing okay so far, but really needs to step up his game in order to get his team summoned, which he actually did do. You can see from how well he's playing, staying alive, trying to get the odd kill here and there, flanking around. He was doing a great job, but the problem is the fact that with his XL squad, it doesn't matter how much of a deficit they're in, they seem to be able to turn the tables every single time, and I think their priorities have been a lot more important in terms of how fast they've been grabbing certain parts of the map back, especially when they were getting Carbine back. But the difference between those two is the fact that Endpoint left top mid and Carbine a little bit more compared to XL, and that made the easy flanks for XL possible to gain that lead and win the game.
Yeah, very, very true. And of course now, XL are just 2 games away from booking their tickets to DreamHack Denver. They could be the 4th team. Big uphill battle now, gentlemen, for Endpoint. Honestly, like, hand on heart right now, do you feel they can get back into this, or
No.
do you think they're done?
They're done. They're donezo. I mean, it starts right here in this next game, right? It's Rig Strongholds. But at the same time, even if you win this one, you still effectively have to win a best of 5 in 3 games straight to win the first best of 7, and then you have to win another best of 7.
This game's like the decider, really, aren't they?
I mean, I feel like the last game was the decider, honestly. If they win this one, they give themselves a sliver, maybe 5% hope. But honestly, I see this one as all XLs from here on out. They're going to have to pull out a big performance here on Rig Strongholds at Endpoint if they want to realize their dream and try and maintain any form of chance of getting into that DreamHack Denver berth.
Here we go then. Snaky is going to be taken down at the start. Flux is going to be taken down as well, but the railgun is going to be put to use. Morgan tried to sneak in and take that camouflage away, but Snipe Drone used that railgun to take him down and found the camo himself. So this is not what you wanted as a start here for Endpoint. All players now are off of the respawn. Snaky has the scatter shot, Snipe Drone has the camo and the railgun, and it's only just a matter of time until these guys are going to be scored.
Yeah, if you're Ramirez right here, you're telling Snipe Drone, just get your kills, man. Just get those +1s. That's all you need right here on Rig Strongholds. We'll capture the strongholds. As long as you keep putting kills on the board with these weapons, with this power-up, as he hasn't done so far, we'll actually get that one in the end. But that's all you really need to stop a push. And look, as a result of Snipe Drone focusing on getting kills, letting his ex-teammate know there as well. With the body disrespect, look at what's happened. A total control, all because Snipe Drone was grabbing kills and focusing on those slays, putting damage down, while his teammates were going around grabbing strongholds. This could potentially get ugly right here if Endpoint don't get their stuff together.
Snipe Drone proves the point here that not just head glitch but Whitehall in general, why it's so important to hold and stay alive at all times. He's basically had 3, 4, 5 kills now off the bat, just sitting around in that same area, but also Endpoint have been a bit unlucky as well because XL weren't even covering the Carbine spawns or sitting near it or throwing nades on it, yet they were still spawning in bunkers. So far, as well as how XL had a really good start, they've been very lucky with the spawn grids as well.
Yeah, all I can see right now is guess who? Mr. Rig himself. It's Flux, who just keeps picking up kill after kill, and just his rotations. He's so quick at reading the game, exactly where the players are going to be spawning, exactly the rotations he needs to make across the map. Look at that score, gentlemen, 48-0. Triple cap in effect still. Flux picks up another kill here, and he finds a railgun. Can he hit this shot? No, he can't. Zert is going to take him down. But this is getting out of hand pretty quickly here for Endpoint. Snaky picking up yet another kill on Snipe Drone. I mean, this guy must be +6, 7 at the moment, and we're only halfway through this map.
Yeah, surprised Snipe Drone actually didn't opt to grab the camouflage instead of Ramirez right there. It was actually Flux who just grabbed it, but it had been up for quite some time. Ramirez died going for it, and yes, I think Snipe Drone, in my opinion, was in a better position than Ramirez to grab that one. Ramirez sacrificed his life, but 3 down again for Endpoint, and honestly, at this moment in time, I'm kind of worried about
boy,
he's flying around right now, because this is an absolute storming performance. I mean, Snaky has both power weapons. Flux still running around with this camouflage, and they might salvage and stop the total control happening Endpoint, but I mean, this is a scoreline you cannot come back from at this point unless you flip the tables completely.
Buck 20 actually does take down Flux there, so So at least going to take him out of the game for a few minutes. He had the hot hands, scatter shot in the hands of Snaky as well. Oh, bounces that one round the corner to take down Zer. Snipe Drone picks up a kill as well. Snaky has the railgun, still has 2 bullets left to work with this weapon as well. See on the player outlines here, Morgan just stuck up in Tower 2, trying to get some semblance of map control. That's going to be another easy kill. They're just lining up here for the guys on Excel. Triple cap in effect again, 85-0. I think we might be seeing a donut dropped.
Yeah, 100-0 club is very real right now, and I think Endpoint, honestly, are about to join an exclusive group of individuals. I mean, they are 3 down. Last man is on your screen, and he goes down as well. You're going to teabag him? Yep.
Hello.
No blame.
Of course you are.
You're technically not on the body right there, but I'll let you off. It's good enough.
Yeah, XL played that as both as an infused game type as well as their own, but my goodness, that's a huge statement. And now you've got game 4, and Endpoint now need to do a reverse sweep. It's not looking too likely, but you never know.
It's not looking good for Endpoint. Let's have a quick look at the statistics though. Ramirez 6-11-6. Oh, Snaky 14-3-2. We're not going to talk about the other side of things because there's not too much to shout about, but I mean, it just, for me, it wasn't only control of the map. Every time we saw it with power weapons were in the hands of Excel, used them effectively. Endpoint, you had to feel that was their last chance to get back into this. Bar a miracle, I think the guys from Excel can start packing some stuff into some suitcases, gentlemen.
I mean, Snaky had 8 power weapon kills, and we saw him, throughout the game with both power weapons on the map. The only other player in the game with a single power weapon kill was Sniper, and we saw him with that railgun. So, yeah, it's a very disheartening position to be in if you're Endpoint, especially considering they're all in the same house right now. They're all sitting next to each other like lads. We're about to get knocked out, whereas we literally just lost 100-0, and Snaky was teabagging us into the ground for the final replay. I mean, what do you say to each other when you're literally sat next to each other, trying your hardest through the...
Get out of my house.
Yeah.
That's what I say. If I'm at $120 right now, I look across and I just
don't let the door hit.
Get out of my house. See yourself out.
I was going to say the same thing. 20's probably thinking, well, the last train home's at 11.
Yeah.
Maybe if we finish this series...
Is it a playback maps at this time?
All I know is it's gonna be a quiet room in a minute if they don't. Although I tell you what, if they pull this off, they pull off the reverse sweep in this series, they win the second best. I mean, I'm heading over to Guildford. I'm going for a party, boys.
That's on my way back actually, so I might pop round and say hello.
All right, then. Next game then, gentlemen. Here we go, getting straight into it. Capture the flag on Coliseum. XL Esports are 1 game away from solidifying their spot over to DreamHack Denver to join the other 3 European squads. Are they going to be able to rectify their performance at HCS London, or will Endpoint pull off the comeback of all comebacks? Let's get this one underway. It's going to be Flux. We'll start off now.
Yeah, he's going to be playing with his teammate over here on this rocket side. And I actually want to highlight what Ramirez does at the start right here. He pushes elbow. In fact, he's going to back off. I'm surprised by that. Maybe he didn't see Buck20 right there. Either way, I'm sure Flux is going to be able to grab that rocket launcher any moment now. I'll keep an eye on that. And yes, he does. And because of Flux grabbing those rockets, winning that fight 2v1 essentially against Buck20 on the elbow, that allows Ramirez to grab flag. Fair enough, he's left it behind right here, but Flux still has the rockets. In fact, he's just been taken down. So that fumble right there from Ramirez could actually cost him this flag capture. And he knows it as well. He knows he needs to buy some time for his team.
Ramirez does pick up a kill here on Buck20. Counter flag has been run though. Ramirez not going to be able to cap this one as yet. We can see on the player outlines there, Zer is going to have a sniper rifle in the cave as well, so he's going to be a priority kill. 2 kills do go down. Oh, and Zer does manage to pick up a big kill, but that's going to be 3 dead. Not sure if anyone is in position to get that return. The players are coming off the respawn here for Endpoint, so there's going to be a battle in the Endpoint base here to try and secure that return for XL Esports. Morgan doing a job here, just staying alive. Trying to wait for his teammates again. He's going to be taken down to no shields. That player does get a touch on the flag. You can see they're all turtled up here. Buck20 picks up a kill though, so that's going to allow him to push out a little bit. Might buy a little bit of time, relieve the pressure on that flag ever so slightly because this snipe drone. He's found himself a sniper rifle, so he might be in a position to pick up a few picks and then formulate a push for his team.
Yeah, very good idea to actually use this sniper on this side of the map. You can see on the outlines, he's not hitting these shots, but you saw where the push was coming in from the Endpoint team. I mean, Snipe Drone very aware that he was going to be pressured if he played on that snipe side.
Comes
but
the re.
the return can come in. Morgan can put this flag in, but Flux is in
Big
front of it.
1v1.
Big.
Oh, huge win from Flux.
Wins. Does he know he can just grab this return though? Buck 20 is there to save the day, so this flag eventually will go in, but Rocket's just coming up. That one series of play might just cost a little bit of rocket control right here from either team.
Oh no, that was a great camp by them. I actually thought to myself that with Snydra and Snipe, he will be able to make a comeback from this, get a few kills and hopefully pressure the base. But it seems like they didn't give Snydra even a chance, even an ounce of sweat to even make a comeback with that sniper tool, and as you get any picks. But the main thing is the fact that I was expecting one of these teams to, once they get enough information, to just all four of them charge, and then when they get the flag back, one of them on respawn to pick it back up. But great play by Endpoint to get that first cap.
Yeah, first cap on the board. Stage 1 complete of the greatest comeback of all time. Taking the lead in this game. Rocket's in the hands of Snakey though. Morgan and 20 pick up kills for Endpoint though. So Snakey's going to come under pressure, but he does have the weaponry and the tools to just hold off this push. Shoots one Rocket, doesn't get any kills.
Oh no!
Player does go off the map though. Flux keeps him alive somehow. And to be honest with you, it's not the first time I've seen some shaky power weapon use on Coliseum. Last time, I think in the second cup, I believe it was. Snakey missing a few snipes on this map, but still alive. One of the most important things you can do if you're not hitting the shots, make sure you don't die. Buck 20 can be in a 1v1. Oh, that's a big kill here from Ramirez, and look at this, immediately looking for that flag run. He's going to at least get this one. Oh no, he's not going to get this one out the window because Morga picks up a double with that sniper rifle.
So let me talk you through the play right there. Ramirez comes up elbow, knows there's no one elbow, gets the key 1v1 on Buck 20, wins that, then decides to run it to window. I mean, why is he running it window right there? You just came from elbow, there was no one there. You could have run it through trench and you could have got that flag across the map. Whether he knew that or not, I mean, you have to anticipate there's going to be some form of pressure over at that sniper tower if your teammates have just died over there. And now look, Morga can go off with this weapon. Yeah, I'm very surprised that Ramirez right there didn't just turn around and run the flag the other way, but it looks like the flag is in the Endpoint base right now.
So you're trying to say it's really clever then, basically. Yeah, that was the long and short of it. But yeah, right now, the flag's still there, but it's being a cap by Endpoint now. And looks like with Excel, they need to try and make something happen out of it. I know Rami always goes open side on this map all the time to get that flank, but he's doing it at the wrong time now. He's doing it when he shouldn't be. He needs to wait for his teammates to get that snipe tower back, or maybe help him get snipe tower back first before they push cave. But with Fluxy Rockets now, they can easily make a comeback from this and at least try and get something working on this map, because, you know, they're losing snipe tower all the time, and that's not really an XL thing to do. But now with 2 dead, they've killed his cave guy, they can make something out of this.
2 more rockets to work with for Flux here. He's gonna try and land another one. Morga avoids that one nicely though. He's also gonna be taken down though. Flux running this, that's 3 dead now. Buck 20, last one alive, somehow manages to get a kill as well. Snipe Drone takes him down. Snipe Drone now set up on the Royal 2 spot with that sniper rifle. One player has managed to sneak out. He's looking for the quick scope on this player coming around the corner, hits the body shot. So doing a great job of staying alive here in this battle. Zer's going to re-challenge this one. Didn't wait for his shields though, so Snipe Drone going to have an easy time just taking that kill. They do get the return though somehow, but I like what I'm seeing from Snipe Drone now. Prioritising the objective, has power weapons in his hand. If he can land this kill here on Buck 20, it'll be huge for him. Going to continue running this flag, and this is something you don't usually see too much from Snipe Drone. Prioritising that objective, just essentially going for that win.
Yeah, I mean, he actually could have helped his teammates out while they were running that flag, and I think they probably could have potentially maybe gotten that flag. I mean, there's a lot of coulda, shoulda, wouldas right there, but in the end, the flag is back at their own base. But if they lose this standoff, they lose this game. I mean, fair enough, they're not really in any jeopardy of losing this series, but you'd like to close it out in 4 if you can, if you're XL. 20 seconds until the next power-ups, the next power weapons come up on the map. So look out for both teams to try and claw a little bit of map control at either side of the map to make sure they secure at least one of those power weapons.
Yeah, Snipe Drone was like basically stuck. Zer made a massive play, and he knew that if he died, Snipe Drone could have easily helped him. And the 3v1 open side returning it, Snipe Drone could have easily gone to bridge and literally put shots in and get that flag cap. But Zer did a fantastic job holding him off for 15-20 seconds. And by the time Snipe Drone even looked to try and help with the flag, it was already returned by them.
Snakey has that flag. He's also got eyes on the rockets. It's going to be Buck 20 who picks those up. Look at this, Septic is on the return. That's a huge rocket as well. That's going to be another return. And it's going to be Endpoint who take the game. Coliseum capture the flag 3-0. These boys are not done yet.
I mean, what a play from Buck 20 at the end. That precision rocket, if he shoots it a little bit later, they might just get a touch, keep that flag alive. If he shoots it any earlier, he probably kills his teammate. But what a rocket at the end. No real standout statistics anywhere, really. Just a really well-played game there from Endpoint. They're not done yet.
Yeah, there were some bad objective plays, even especially from Rami you spoke about. There's actually 2 separate occasions where not only did he take the flag the wrong way, but it's the fact that he was flanking them at the wrong times as well. Because I know he loves his open flanks, but always assumes that his team have already taken snipe tower control, where it should have actually gone grass, give him a hand, and then flank back through trenches. But it was one of those situations here, exactly, where he could have actually taken it then and taken the actual open side, but he didn't. Taking the wrong side in completely. But at least from this end, there's a little glimmer of hope from this Endpoint squad now, straight afterwards.
I mean, he actually killed his teammate in the end anyway, but I mean, still, it was a play that had to be made, and boy did he make it in style. But yeah, you're absolutely right. When he wins that Carbine 1v1 versus Buck20, he knows he's already pushed up elbow. He knows there's no one there. Just take it back that way. You're going to block the spawns with the objective. Your teammates have just died at snipe. Taking it window, all that means is the guys at top cat are going to be like, he's taking it window. Shoot him. Yeah,
I'm with you.
He's dead.
Let's do that.
Sorted. And then
Sweet.
there's
What's
no
next?
run. If you run it trench, the guys at snipe are like, uh-oh, they're running it trench. We got to look trench. Uh-oh, I've got no nades. What do we do? He's halfway across the map. You know, it just changes the game a little bit. I mean, I feel like if that's one play that we're picking on, obviously there were a series of plays in that game that could have gone a lot better for XL in my opinion, but yeah, very well played from Endpoint. Take nothing away.
And you talk about this reverse sweep as well. You might have actually jinxed XL potentially,
yeah.
so you never know. That start of the reverse sweep.
Come on, man. I've got to give the people what they want, right? People want more Halo. I can't, let the people down.
Let your
I
boys
know you
down.
at home, I got you.
People want Wonder Boy skins.
Can we have a vote on that? Press 1 in the chat if you want a Wonder Boy skin. Press 2 in the chat if you don't want a Wonder Boy skin.
I'm just gonna
and we'll have
right.
mods.
It's looking like the Matrix right now. There's
Yeah,
ones
it's
everywhere.
just ones everywhere. Ones and zeros. Morpheus is happy. So anyway, moving on to the next game. Plaza Slayer, gentlemen. I mean, at this point, Endpoint obviously cannot lose a game. They have to win the next 3 in succession. Looking at those 3 game types, what are we thinking? Is there a chance? I think there's a glimmer of hope here for them with these game types.
You're funny.
You don't want there to be. Like, there's a difference here. Like, you're not, all right, take out the fact that, you're getting a bit tired, Harry. And I know you get a little bit sad. But is there a glimmer of hope in these game types here for Endpoint? You saying no?
If they win this one, then yes, but if not, then the series is over.
Yeah, you're right.
There's that.
Very true. Well, let's start this one off then. Flux. Once again, XL haven't closed out the series how they would have wanted to. Endpoint answering back in the last game with a fairly conclusive win. Buck20 does get the first overshield of the game as well, and he's going to be pushing aggressively. Has 2 players in front of him from XL. He's going to take down Snipe Drone here. Another player going to be Flux round this corner, doing well to stay alive. He's a ghost at the moment. Buck20 has no idea where he's gone, and somehow Flux has managed to escape with his life. Little plays like that can change games, gentlemen.
It can. While all that was happening, Morgan did have some.
Oh boy!
He was taken down, and Buck20 0 kills with that overshield. So, a start of the game from Endpoint, they grabbed the first snipe, they grabbed the first overshield. You're thinking, hey, we're thinking what, like a 6-point lead right here for Endpoint? Nope, they're down by 1, and they don't have sniper control anymore. So that one play by Flux, you're absolutely right. It's changed the game in favor of XL.
Flux has the sniper rifle. Oh! Game changer! Flux hitting shots and making things happen for XL. He wants to go to Denver. He wants to get into the groove right now for that American competition. He's showing off his skill set at the moment with a nasty no-scope. Still has the sniper rifle as well. 9-5 the score. Flux starting to heat up for his squad. Now the game slows down again as they are setting up, trying to work out, feel out where these Endpoint players are working. And then they're going to move in. We see Snipe Drone with an entry kill in that 4v4 situation. Sin's going to answer back, but he's going to be taken down now. Another player going to be coming on the BR. It's going to be Buck20 with a battle rifle as well. It's going to be Morgan who jumps up. Flux getting good help from his teammate though, and yet his team have forced the guys from Endpoint to back down from that battle. So Flux going to try and hit a shot here. Playing with the light rifle, that's going to be Zerba. He misses that one narrowly, but a 4-kill lead for these guys. Misses another shot, bodies one, takes down him. Buck20 here with a no-scope. And now Flux rotating towards his teammates. I like what I'm seeing from here, just keeping that power weapon in his hands, making sure not to turn that one over.
In an alternative universe,
which there are millions of.
Infinite.
Infinite.
Buck20 takes down Flux at the start of the game when Buck20 has overshield. Speaking of the overshield, Ramirez just grabbed that one. And then Endpoint go on to make the reverse sweep happen. But instead,
triple Rami.
Triple from Ramirez. That's just this universe, man. I mean, what can you say? Stephen Hawking. It's just science. You can't argue with science.
Can't argue with science. Science always wins. 3 dead here for Endpoint. I don't really know what happened there.
What I love about science is there's no one right answer. I mean, it's just
Everything in something.
yeah, exactly. Everyone can have an opinion, and none of them are right.
Oh, okay. I'll just let you know.
Are we right now arguing whether science is fact or not? Anyway, back to the game. Snaky put some shots down. Flux has a sniper rifle. This man has been on fire so far in this game. 21-10. Looks like Excel want to book their tickets right now. And he misses a shot there on that player on the battle rifle. Endpoint, this is bad news for them. Somehow Septic stays alive. Snipe Drone picks up 2 though, looking for the triple with the ground pound. Does actually get the triple kill. Snipe Drone in that feed, picking up 3 in a row. 25-11 the score. 2 players going to be pushing in right now, and I mean, this is just not looking good for Endpoint at the moment. They're just running into every single trap that is being set by Excel, and it's just open field. Snipe Drone's going to jump up. 2 players going to be no shields in front of him. Drops a grenade, takes down Zer, flies in, gets the beat down on Morga. Cannot finish that kill off. However, Snaky, in the meantime, once again, has a fresh sniper rifle.
It looked like Snipe Drone was playing like a training course right there, and the players were just like drilling in front of him, just going forwards like, right, this is the no shield player course, and there's going to be 2 players pushing the RBR.
It needs a new name. I've got to be honest, but you know.
I mean, this is a work in progress. But overshield coming up soon. That's why you're going to see Morga right here sit over at this light rifle kind of area. I've seen him hit a ridiculous shot in the past on a player picking up overshield, but it looks like the pressure from XL too strong right now, and if they grab this next overshield, which it looks like they're going to with Snaky, who's in a good position to grab it, it's actually Septic who somehow got away with the overshield. I'm not sure whether or not XL actually know that. So that's going to be, yeah, I don't think they've realized they're still set up for this overshield, and I think they've given up the chase now as they've spotted Sin, but uh-oh.
Seems like it didn't really make too much of a difference anyway, but I thought they would have realised after Oshi was taken, but like, it wasn't going to appear anytime like that. But yeah, Endpoint really need to do something about overshield. If they didn't, then it was going to be game over, but with a 15 kill deficit, they could still do something, but right now it's going to be extremely difficult because they're all on blue side. They've left Nest completely. They're not even fully set up. They're the ones waiting for something to happen, whereas actually XL are the ones that are waiting to see what exactly is going on, because obviously I haven't got enough information. Missing that snipe now, and with 2 players in blue, now's the time to push, but there's still all 4 of them just getting suffocated in there, and 2 kills down now, 17 kill deficit, make it 18 now, 19, and it's going to be one of those games now where they're just trying to book their ticket to Denver ASAP.
Sniper Drone with the sniper rifle still. Players coming off the respawn. They've done such a good job of controlling the spawns, and you might be thinking, Sniper Drone hasn't shot a lot of bullets, but what he has done is essentially trapped every single, on these 2 respawns, Endpoint into these areas. Endpoint know they cannot challenge this doorway because Sniper Drone is just sitting there hard scoping, so they only have 2 or 3 exit points, which allows his teammates to push in on those players to get the advantages in the battles. Sniper Drone doing a great job of giving us an example of fantastic map positioning and how, even without shooting bullets, you can control the map for your team. Sniper rifle going to be coming up in 10 seconds. Excel just 10 kills away now from booking their tickets to DreamHack Denver. Snaky going to pick up the fresh sniper rifle as well. This is the last thing you needed. If you are Endpoint, they're trapped in the yard once again, and it just seems the map control has been so good. Oh, Zer's face gets removed by Snaky. It looks like Septic's next up to the challenge. Does he want to take on Snaky as well? Ramirez is going to go flying in. Here comes the push now from the guys on Excel. Ramirez picks up 1. Trying to chase down another one. They have the overshield as well. This, I mean, boys, stick a fork in them at this point. I think they are done.
Are they going to Denver with a steak dinner? I think so. And steak on the flight, I'm not sure that's the best combo in my opinion, but you know what they say about plain food. Just 4 points away now. This is all but a formality. Looks like XL are going to be a European representative over in the States.
Yeah, is that what plain food says? It's 4 points away now. Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Don't cook your steak.
Yeah, you know what they say about plain food.
Here we go then, guys. 3 kills left in this game. The push is coming in. Septic picks up 1. They're going to manage to take down Ramirez. So a double coming in from Septic. They do need 20 kills in comparison to Endpoint's 3. However, Zer has found himself a sniper rifle. So there's the opportunity to at least potentially pick a few kills off. But I mean, it's got to be perfect Halo from here on in. Oh, Ramirez with a nade on Buck 20 is going to bring it down to 2 kills. They can almost taste that Denver qualification spot. Snakey picks another one up. Last kill here. They're going to collapse on Zer. Hits a no-scope to be taken down, but no, it's going to be Excel who close out the series. They're going to be the 4th team representing Europe, going over to DreamHack Denver. Congratulations to Excel, every single player on that team. Commiserations to Endpoint. Our 4 teams are set.
Look at the assists from the 4th team headed out to DreamHack Denver. A hell of a load of assists right there. Snakey doing a great job limiting his deaths down to single digits. Flux there as well. And the players are back down, so we can't see the rest. But what?
47 assists, though.
What? Yeah, 47 assists out of 50 kills on a map like Plaza, which isn't exactly the most wide open of maps. Is very, very impressive from Team XL.
I think it got to a point for Excel after that loss on Collie CTF. They had to literally take him out now. If they took a second game off Excel, then that would have destroyed the momentum a little bit and given Endpoint something to play for. But I'm glad they did manage to actually stop it before Qualifier got started, because it could have been a completely different series if Endpoint did win this Plaza TS game.
Yeah, I mean, that was a clinic there from the guys on Excel. Finally, after all the trials and tribulations, they end up on top. Here is your series layout for the champions of the Last Chance Qualifier. It is Excel, of course, who win the series 4-1. 3-0 is Truth CTF, 50-48 Regret Slayer, 100-0 Rig Strongholds. Colleagues, we thought there might be a little bit of hope for Endpoint, but that was squashed in that game that we just saw. Excel, congratulations to you guys, and good luck in Denver.
Good job. You did it. Proud.
It's a good story, though, isn't it? I mean, they won that first cup. We thought, oh, do you know what?
The Beavers.
The Beavers. Never forget. Never forget. You've thrown me now.
Sorry.
They won that first cup. Then they lost the second. They lost the third, and then they went into HCS London, and things, boy, did not go well there.
It was abysmal.
It was abysmal, yeah. But now they have finally managed to secure their spot to DreamHack Denver. I think they deserve it. I still think they are definitely one of those 4 best teams that Europe have to send over. I think we have our 4 best teams going over to DreamHack Denver.
No, I think we do. I think we do, definitely.
Is the time to perform, gentlemen. It's time to step it up.
I think it's one of those times now where they really need to put all the effort in, which they have done. The top 3 teams have been screaming quite a lot. Excel need to make sure they have been doing the same for this event. And even though Excel were heavy favourites in this Last Chance Qualifier, I'm glad a lot of these top 6, top 8 teams really put in the effort to actually put in a really good fight against Excel in a lot of the earlier series. You know, taking 2 games off from here and there, especially with the French Connection squad. But, you know, that's all said and done now. It's all over from the European side. So we just need these top 4 teams to really scream as hard as they can and really show Denver what they're made of.
What about you, Harry? You excited for Denver, the Halo we're going to see?
Yeah, it's going to be great. I can't wait.
All right then, guys. Our 4 teams are Infused, Vexed, Supremacy, and now Excel. They are the final team who are going to be representing Europe ahead of DreamHack Denver. It's going to be a good time. Best of luck to all of the teams over there, obviously at DreamHack Denver. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to everyone who has been involved with this season of European Halo. It's been a blast. I'm sure I speak for you both as well by saying that. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we will see you all very, very soon.